Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Derek Austin's Level Up Travel. You know I love to talk about points, miles, rewards, credit cards in general. Love to talk about cash back. Love to talk about the programs like the hotel programs, the airline programs, the credit card programs like American Express membership rewards points, like Citi ThankYou points, like Chase Ultimate Rewards points, like Capital One Miles and US Bank Altitude Reserve points. And I love to talk about travel. And this is the only channel where the host, myself, has taken a year out of his life and traveled around the world. And I use quite often points and miles to do it. That's not the only thing. You got to use a lot of cash too. But that was one of the things that definitely helped me travel longer and better during that time. So anyway, let's get into it. Today is a video about a credit card review, and just keep in mind, I don't go super into detail about the credit cards. I just kind of like to take out the parts that are best for you. You know, other videos are a little bit better about the real nitty-gritty details. Okay, so it is going to be the Citi Premier card. I haven't done too many videos on Citi. I don't have any Citi cards. I have had Citi cards in the past, and it was a long time ago. And I didn't do too well with them. And Citi never forgets. So if you like Citi cards, don't ever make a mistake with them, because they will never forget it. So I'm in that boat. Okay. So why do I like the Citi Premier? I like it a lot. I think it's one of the most underrated cards out there. And right now there is an 80,000 thank you point bonus for $4,000 spent. I mean, you can easily get 800 bucks out of that right away, but you know, it could be worth a lot more if you redeem it with a transfer partner and transfer it out. So then they have some really nice transfer partners now. They've definitely improved their program in the last little bit. Now, they don't have very good travel protection. They don't have travel protections at all. They don't have like rental car coverage and stuff like that. It's so sad. They don't have purchase protections. They do have things like the standard stuff that a credit card always has, like fraud protection, so you don't have to worry about that, okay? But here is the thing. There's a $95 annual fee, no foreign transaction fees on the card, and the great thing about them is that they cover the 3 major categories that you want on any card. You're always trying to get to 3 major categories, all right, besides your everyday like non-category spend. So the 3 categories though are gas stations, restaurants, supermarkets. They got them all 3x for a $95 annual fee. That's fantastic, okay? And the reason why I like this card, even though they don't have the travel protection and purchase protection, is you don't need it for these categories, okay? Gas stations, you're never gonna do a claim for purchase protection. Same thing at restaurants or supermarkets. It's not gonna happen, right? You just handle it locally if there's any problems, right? If there is any like serious problems, like someone else using your card, like fraud, you have fraud protection. You don't have to worry about anything like that, okay? So that's the reason why you don't need the travel protections here. You're just using this to accumulate a lot of points, and this is a great card for accumulating a lot of points. Now they do have a $95 annual fee, but it is covered one time per year if you spend more than $500 booking a hotel on Citi's ThankYou point portal. You'll get $100 back. So that's pretty good, and that can cover it. I think you can use that once a year. If you can't, okay, $95 annual fee is pretty good. Hey, it does also have 3x on travel, air travel, and hotels. That's probably a spot you won't want to use it because you don't have travel protections. You might want to use the hotel part though for 3x, that one time per year. Yeah, so that is the card. So why do I like ThankYou points? I do like it a lot. ThankYou points, I think, have really come a long way. I really do think that we're at this moment, like Chase, Citi, Capital One Miles, and American Express. I just think they're really like on par right now. Citi has really improve their transfer partners a lot. So I'll go through the list of them. Aero Mexico is not a really great one, but they get 1-to-1. American Express gets like 1-to-6 or something like that. So that's not a really great one. Asia Airlines, pretty solid one. Avianca Aero Miles, fantastic one, and they constantly are running a 25% promotion, which is higher than like American Express is like usually has a 15% transfer bonus promotions at times. The Capital One had 20%. Constantly they have with Citi here, they get a 25% transfer bonus. So it doesn't have it right now, but it happens all the time, multiple times a year. So you can really, and Javier Call life miles are fantastic. Let's see, the choice privileges. This is kind of a special one. They get for 1,000 thank you points, you get 2,000. So you get 2 to 1 choice privileges. Now, in the United States, it is more. The roadside hotels. There are some nice things in the Caribbean where you can go to some nice resorts that they have, but the real sweet spots, I think, are 2 spots. If you travel to Europe, they have some really nice hotels, great locations, clean rooms in the center of the city, and that's really, really important when you're traveling to Europe. And the same thing when you travel in Japan. Tokyo, it really works. I use it in Tokyo. It really works well. So 8,000. They started in Europe, and in Japan it was 8,000 points, and sometimes it went up to 12,000. Either of them are really good value. Say if there's an 8,000 point hotel in the middle of Tokyo, clean room. I've stayed at it. Really, that's what it is. Nice, clean room in the center of the city. You can't really ask for. There's multiple of them. 8,000 of the choice privileges points. That would be 4,000 Citi thank you points, and they start at about $120 a night. So you really get some great value on your thank you points. Really like choice privileges in those locations. Again, traveling around the United States, the roadside hotels, they stink, okay? But you go to those places, and they'll be called comfort hotels there, and other. The Comfort Inn is here in the United States on the roadsides, right? But they're called comfort hotels. So that's another little tidbit of information. Emirates, love Emirates. They're fantastic at some places, even outside of the actual United Emirates. Etihad, really some solid sweet spots. Ava Air, I don't really know too much about it, but I think it's pretty good. Flying Blue, not a fan of Sky Team except for the new Virgin Atlantic. Virgin Atlantic is a really good. Now they're on the Sky Team, but they're always good. But now they're on the Sky Team, so it's even better. And that's probably the only one I like for Sky Team, especially trying to get business class flights. You can always get okay value on the economy flights with Flying Blue and Delta and stuff like that. But you get to the business class, and they ask for 1 billion points to get into an upper class seat. JetBlue is just a standard thing. You get 1.4 cents a point all the time. Qantas, frequent flyer, it's okay. I don't have too much experience with it. Qatar privileges, the great thing now, it's on the Avios system. You can transfer Qatar miles over, I think, to British and all those. So, Iberia and Aer Lingus, those are the other ones that are in that system. So that really upgraded that point and made it a lot more valuable, and made Citi thank you points a lot more value. Singapore Airlines, not bad, 1-to-1. There's some sweet spots. I never used Thai Royal, Orchard Plus. Turkish Airline miles, there's a lot of nice sweet spots on Turkish Airlines miles, folks. And there's Virgin Atlantic. We just talked about that. Virgin Atlantic Club, one of the best ones actually for getting business class flights to not just Europe, but also down to South Africa, Japan. And yeah, Europe, they're great. A lot of the actual cost of the ticket, dollar wise, sometimes will be a little bit higher than some of the other programs. But an example of, you can get a Delta flight to Europe, 50,000 points for $6, but those are very hard to get because everyone wants them, obviously, because it's so cheap. But you can get things like Air France and KLM business class for 58,500 and $250, somewhere 250 to 275 per ticket. Pretty good. I know it's a little bit high on the tax and fees, but it's well worth it when you're getting a business class flight that's worth $6,000. And then Wyndham Rewards is it's not the greatest one. The best ones that are different, there's a few, but I think a choice privileges thing is a little bit interesting. Kind of when you're going to those places I told you about, they're very much competing with Hyatt and stuff like that. But in the United States, they're definitely not. You can really get some good value on that. It's a great transfer list. I think now Citi, American Express, Capital One miles, Chase are all really on par with each other on the value of their points. And I think this is a fantastic card. The 3X on those categories are really great. Covers a lot of ground. You get some valuable ThankYou points. Don't have to worry about their lack of insurances on this. Use some other cards when you need to have purchase protection or travel protection. So that's it, guys. Like the video. Please, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification. So next time I do come on a video, you'll be the first to know. Have a great day, guys. See you on the next one. Bye.